Hello, my name is Aurelia Capocelli, and I'm 15 years old. And just like millions of other teenagers around the world, I am a student. I've lived in 5 different countries and I've attended 7 different schools. And through this all, I've realized that education is my constant. It's always been there for me. But whilst this is my fortunate reality, it may not be true for everyone else. In many parts of the world, education and school is out of reach. And for girls especially, it's something that they are told they can't or should not have. But thanks to some strong global initiatives, gender equality in education has improved over the last 3 decades. Between 1995 and 2018, an additional 180 million students have enrolled into primary and secondary schools. In tertiary education, women have overtaken men globally, but yet the progress is still uneven. In at least 20 countries today, no poor rural young women complete secondary school. 3/4 of children who may never step foot into a school are girls. But even when girls do get through the door, they often face unsafe learning environments, outdated gender stereotypes, and a lack of support when they need it the most, especially during pregnancies. For 335 million girls, schools don't even meet the basic requirements for hygiene. Globally, 63% of literate adults are women. So yes, we have come a long way, but too many girls are still being left behind. The reality is that over 120 million girls are still out of school. That's the same as if we took every single girl in the UK, the US, and Germany, and it's as if they never even stepped foot into a classroom. But whilst the girls' situation is stark, this is an issue that affects boys too. Around 128 million boys are out of school. Many leave because they simply don't see the point. It doesn't connect to opportunity or to hope. So no, it's not a question about who deserves education more. It's about the truth that no child should be kept out of learning because of who they are, where they're from, or what they've been through. The fight for education isn't just about academics. It's about human rights, it's about equality, and the future of our societies. So why does this matter? When girls are educated, everything changes. It doesn't just affect one life, but it affects families, communities, generations. When girls are educated, they earn more, they marry later, they raise healthier children, they invest in their families, their communities, their futures. It's a cycle, a powerful generational leap forward, but it will only work if we keep pushing, if we make sure that no girl is told, you can't, because of who she is or where she's from. They gain something beyond the facts and the figures. They gain the power to speak up. I've seen that power up close. Here at my school in Dubai, many of our senior leaders are women. Our principal is a woman. I have been taught by strong, passionate female teachers. And being surrounded by this type of leadership shows us something important. It shows us that girls don't just belong in the classroom, they belong at the very front of it. They belong in the labs, in the boardrooms, in governments. But even in places where both boys and girls have equal access to school, the story doesn't just end where the classroom does. In Italy, where I lived for a while, actually, girls outperformed the boys at school. But 5 years after graduation, women are less likely to be employed. And even if they are, they're often paid less. So, what comes after education? The jobs, the freedom to lead, the respect, that also matters too. So what now? What can we do? We're students, we're teenagers. Is there anything that we can actually do? Well, yes, there is. Firstly, we need to start by valuing what we have. Every class that we walk into is something that millions are still waiting for. We don't have to love every subject, but we have to recognize the power of simply being there. Secondly, use our voices. Talk about why education matters. Talk about the inequalities present in education. Post about it, ask questions, bring it up in debates, write a TED talk about it. Anything matters. Change only happens when people are aware. Anything small can have the impact we need. Next, support the work that's already happening. There are strong global initiatives such as the Malala Fund, UNICEF, CanFed. They are already making a difference. We can support them by volunteering, donating, volunteering and spreading awareness. And lastly, aim high. Whatever your dream is, law, medicine, tech, sports, go for it. Not just for yourself, but to show any girl anywhere that they can too. Here's where we end. We all complain about school sometimes, the deadlines, the homework, the tests. But every assignment we get, every grade that we earn is a privilege. Education isn't just something that we have. It's something that we can use to challenge systems, to build futures, and lift voices that aren't fully being heard yet. So, next time you're sitting in class, stressed, bored, or exhausted, just ask yourself, what if she could? What if that girl had a school to walk into? What if she had the power to believe that she had a future? And what if we used our education to make sure that they get the chance? Not because we have to, but because we can. Thank you.